Breaking news, it comes from the Wall Street Journal. Reports are, and again, these are from sources who are not named, that a grand jury has been impaneled by the Special Counsel Robert Mueller to look into the whole business of what we've been talking about with regard to the Russia investigation. Here now to react is Charlie Hurt. He's Washington Times opinion editor and a Fox News contributor. Charlie, it's breaking in the hour. What do you make of it?
Well, I think that it certainly means that Bob Mueller is very serious about pursuing this thing for quite a bit longer. But I don't think that it in any way means that it's a foregone conclusion that he's going to find anything, any sort of collusion or anything like that between the Trump campaign and Russia itself. But, as these things go, and we've seen them many times, unfortunately, over the last few years, they can wind up going absolutely anywhere. Yeah. And once you have a grand jury, as they say, that you can indict a ham sandwich.
Right.
So we'll be looking to find out if it's a ham sandwich.
There have been so many people of interest, or at least interest to the media, if not to prosecutors themselves in this thing. Who do you think a grand jury would be impaneled to investigate specifically?
Well, I think that they've made plenty clear that they are looking at the campaign itself. So that would be the principals, in the Trump campaign. Yeah. But but as of yet, there is absolutely no evidence that has ever surfaced, despite all of the investigations from all the reporters that have looked into this. There are no solid allegations at this point. And obviously, the grand jury, Bob Mueller, can go much farther than a reporter can. But we're still looking for
Charlie. More than that, it's true. We have no idea who specifically they'd be targeting, but we still don't have a crime, do we?
Exactly. We don't, and there's not even really any smoke at this point. There's a lot of manufactured smoke, but there's no, we haven't even verified that it's actually smoke, and not just sort of the mirage from a bunch of really furious people who hate Donald Trump.
Charlie, meanwhile, there was a lot of smoke inside the White House briefing room yesterday over this exchange between Jim Acosta from CNN charging racism about the administration's new immigration policy, and then the response from the White House official. Let's just play that exchange.
This whole notion of, well, they could learn, they have to learn English before they get to the United States. Are we just going to bring in people from Great Britain and Australia?
Jim, I have to honestly say, I am shocked at your statement.
You're trying to engineer the racial and ethnic flow of people into this country.
Jim, that is one of the most outrageous, insulting, ignorant, and foolish things you've ever said. And for you, that's still a really... The notion that you think that this is a racist bill is so wrong and so insulting.
Now, Charlie, at the risk of using psychobabble, I'm going to use the term projection. Because my wife is from Nicaragua. She's an immigrant. She spoke perfect English before she came to America. The idea that Acosta has, that the fact that you'd have to be from Britain or Australia in order to have the brain power to speak English is insulting and racist in and of itself.
Yeah, and of course, the law already states that in order to become a citizen, you have to learn to speak English anyway. So it's, it really, that was one of the most interesting exchanges I've seen from the podium in a very long time. I thought Stephen Miller pointed up the important points of this issue better than I've heard anybody do it in a long time. And I would be sort of embarrassed right now if I were Jim Acosta after that exchange.
He's not embarrassed.
No shame.
No shame. Loves it.
No shame there, Charlie. You know that. That's a Washington press corps.